And the Heat seemed winded. I spoke with Bruce Brown of the Nuggets just about just that altitude, and he said, it's one thing when I played for Detroit and I played for Brooklyn, and I would visit Denver. It's another thing when you first get there, you feel it, but once you're there, you get used to it. Now, Denver has to go to Miami and experience that 80, 90-degree weather and adjust there the same way Miami had to in Denver. So I personally think that for game 3, the travel, the routine of being home with your family, going to practice, going to the arena, doing media availability, all of that stuff could go in the favor of Miami, at least for game 3, because they're home. And they've had time to kind of catch their breath in Denver and then go back to Miami.
Brandon Scoop Robinson, our guest in the 2-for-1 tonight, Bally Sports NBA analyst, host of the Scoop B Radio podcast. Tell me if I'm wrong. You can step all over me if you think I'm wrong here. This has a bit of a feel to me of 2004 Lakers Pistons. Does it? Again, that underdog Pistons team beat the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, and granted, Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace, they were a prohibitive underdog. The Lakers were a prohibitive favorite in the series. I get that same feeling about this Heat team. Am I wrong?
The Heat being the Pistons?
Sure.
I can see the reference there. I think there are some factors that differentiate. One, when you looked at that series with the Lakers and the Pistons, the Lakers added Karl Malone and Gary Payton, and they played on their respective teams and then found their way to Los Angeles. You also were dealing with Kobe, who was dealing with a lot of drama, ironically, in Denver with the there. But also, I think when you looked at that series between the Lakers and the Pistons, I think the one thing that I felt Tayshaun Prince was very disrespected, because whenever Kobe would have off games or would get shots that were in his wheelhouse, they blamed it on Kobe's just having a bad game, or just they never credited Tayshaun Prince and the Pistons in their defensive prowess. Where I can kind of see similarities is I think everybody has just fawned over Denver and just given Denver the championship without actually giving Miami a real chance. And I think that there is this obsession with Jokic, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I also do think that there are other guys on that team who are just that daggone good that support Jokic. Jokic can't win by himself. And I think there's a fascination with Jokic because he's a 7-foot point guard. I know that game 1 stat where they said that he had a triple-double in his first game, as did Jason Kidd. And there's a fascination with Jokic, but I don't take anything away from Jokic. And I think because there's the fascination with Jokic, they're giving Miami no chance. And I think Miami leveled the playing field winning game 2. So that's where I can see the comparisons. The only difference is it was the Lakers who were playing the role of the Nuggets playing the role as the Lakers, and they didn't bring in 2 Hall of Famers who some argue were past their prime in that situation. I think from top to bottom, the Nuggets do have just a talented, potent roster.
I got 30 seconds here. Who'd you like before the series? And did the first 2 games change your mind?
I like Miami from the jump.
Me both.
And I think that 30 seconds, I think Denver has been impressive all playoffs. I do think that ultimately they're impressive because they're such a team player, and they have a bunch of guys on that team that nobody really knows yet, and they're getting to know them. And the same for Miami. I think it's a good series because it's not 2 sexy cities. There's only one.
I agree. Brandon Scoop Robinson. Check him out. Bally Sports does a great job over there, host of the Scoop B Radio podcast. Good to catch up with you, my friend. Enjoy the rest of the finals.
Brother, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of 2004 Lakers Pistons. Does it, again, that underdog Pistons team beat the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, and granted, Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace, but they were a prohibitive underdog. The Lakers were a prohibitive favorite in the series. I get that same feeling about this Heat team. Am I wrong?
The Heat being the Pistons?
Sure.
I can see the reference there. I think there are some factors that differentiate. One, when you looked at that series with the Lakers and the Pistons, um, the Lakers added Karl Malone and Gary Payton, and they played on their respective teams and then found their way to Los Angeles. You also were dealing with Kobe, who was dealing with a lot of drama, ironically, in Denver with his case, the case there. But also, I think when you looked at that series between the Lakers and the Pistons, I think the one thing that I felt Tayshaun Prince was very disrespected because whenever Kobe would have off games or wouldn't get shots that were in his wheelhouse, they blamed it on Kobe's just having a bad game or just they never credited Tayshaun Prince and the Pistons and their defensive prowess. Where I can kind of see similarities is I think everybody has just fawned over Denver and just given Denver the championship without actually giving Miami a real chance. And I think that there is this obsession with Jokic, which there's nothing wrong with it. But I also do think that there are other guys on that team who are just that daggone good that support Jokic. Jokic
Oh, look, I didn't even have the microphone on yet again. I got to go. Have a great night, everybody. I didn't turn the microphone on the last 2 seconds. This show was a technical disaster tonight from the video side. Thankfully, not so much on the audio side. Have a great night. I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Bye.